This bike is fun. I don't think I've ever had as much fun on a bike, and I've been riding mountain bikes for a long time. The Engwe X20 is an X series bike with a 750 watt motor with a 1000 watt peak. It's a monster. Now, riding this bike off-road blows my mind. Without any problem, it will get to 40 kilometers an hour on dirt roads, bumpy dirt roads in rural Poland.
I am not going to be happy using my feet anymore because Engwe just sent me their brand new bike. It is on a skateboard because getting this X20 up the stairs, it weighing 44.9 kilo, it was almost impossible. It's a very big box, it's a very heavy box. I'm now going to time lapse me putting this together because it's probably going to take about 2 hours. So you guys can sit and watch. I can do this in 2 hours without putting on a skateboard. This would be impossible. Right. Is what it looks like inside the box. It comes wrapped really tightly. Look at that. Ooh, there it is. That looks like a solid bike. Battery. Oh, battery is working. Okay, I'm guessing that is the saddle. Right, I am gonna time lapse this right now.
Putting this together is pretty simple. I would put on the actual bike stand, the front wheel, and then get it all together. I did stand on the staple, went right through my heel. It hurt. It took me about an hour and a half to put it all together. It wasn't too bad, and I didn't use the instructions that much. Why did I choose the X20? Well, Engwe said choose what you want, but I really like the look of the X20, and it means at my age, I get to keep a straight back. So it's a little bit different to the X24 and the X26. It doesn't go as far, the engine isn't as powerful, but I really like the look and feel of it. That's why I chose the X20. The 1000 watt peak motor gets me to about 45 kilometers an hour, and it's got a whole load of bells and whistles on this bike. Full Shimano gears, lights, leather seat. It's really quite fantastic. Depending on your location, it will have different speeds, and I gotta tell you, the tires, they really help grip the road. Now you can get it for quite a good price right now in grey or black. I chose the black just because, you know, black is my color, and these are the measurements of the bike. And in terms of the specs, it's basically all up here for you guys to see. Let's get into this review.
Okay, the whole box and whatever it came in is packed down, ready to throw away. First impressions. That is a seriously solid bike. I have my SUPER73 here, which is a pretty solid bike. It's a nice looking bike, but Engwe has built a tank. I did take a few times to look at the instructions. As you can see from my time lapse, I had to look at the internet to see where the actual steering column goes, and that's about it. I did take off the reflectors because I don't like my bike looking so geeky. I do not recommend you do that. That's just a personal preference. This bit comes in the fork, so you've got to take it out. It's there so that they do not bend, and you get quite a few tools. I was missing the middle Allen key, so I used my Park Tools, which is a set of Allen keys that I bought about 30 years ago when I worked in a bike shop called Wheelie Serious in Wimbledon. Apart from that, whole load of instructions. You get the charger, which is red. It turns green when it is charged. I have labeled it just because I have so much stuff around here. And I've put it into the back battery, which goes all the way down to the bottom there. Now there is another hole right here for charging, if I can get it out. And there is a hole in there, and there is a charging cord. I'm not sure, because I haven't read the instructions, if putting it in there charges that, because when you do turn it on, both batteries can be seen inside, which is fantastic. But I don't know if it charges both of them at the same time. So I'm a little bit, I don't know. I'll find out pretty soon. Now, I do like that the actual handlebars have got locks here so it doesn't slide off. I moved the actual control down a little bit, and the derailleur I moved a little bit to the left so I have more space for my hand and this isn't getting in the way. The screen's really nice. It's on this kind of little mount which you can move. It's got quite a bit of friction, so it's nice, it's big, it's clear. The seat is comfortable. The back seat, maybe my daughter will be sitting on that, I don't know. It's pretty small, it's a weird thing, but it could be fun. I picked up some really nice metal pegs that are foldable, and they're really cool because my daughter can put her feet down and sit on the back seat and she's comfortable and safe. The bike has got triple suspension, so you've got front suspension which is adjustable, you've got adjustable right there on top and right there on top. Rear is adjustable if you screw them in, so there's a screw on both sides, and right down the bottom here we do have a dampener, so this thing should be a really smooth ride. We do have gears which you can obviously change up there, and apart from that the wheels are really big, so this should be a fun ride. I did reset the whole computer to factory reset because it had 200 meters on it, so I just wanted it to be nice and clean and ready for me. This post goes up really high, so does the seat. I don't know, you might have to be the tallest man in the world for this to work for. The lights do come on. The back one's a little bit bent. I've got to unbend that in a second, make it look nice and clean. Apart from that, I did mount the front light like this, by the way, on the back part. It just seemed a little bit more logical. The brakes seem okay. They're hydraulic. They've got a nice kind of mixture, a balance between wood and spongy. It feels nice. Though I am British, so my front brake should be there and my back brake should be there, but they're messed up, so that might mess up my brain a little bit, but I'm sure I'll be okay. All in all, first impression, wow. We're gonna take it out for a spin now. When you do get it first, do what I did. Put on the stand and the front wheel, and then you can just set it up like that. That's the best way to do it. Stand, front wheel, and then start setting it up. It'll make life a lot easier.
So I have a Skoda Kodiaq, which is quite a substantial SUV, and in the back here you can see I have the X20 packed in, and also have my children's buggy, a little scooter, but it fits in there quite nicely. Now taking it out, it's pretty heavy. When you pull it out, it's really simple. Get the steering column up, lock it in, and then lift up the bike, close it down, lock it into place. It won't come undone, don't worry, and there you go. That's it. It's ready. The awesome thing about it is that the pedals, they actually close in on themselves, so it's really easy to pack. They have a lot of grip, and there wasn't any point in time that I felt that they weren't gripping my feet. I'm on the bike now, and we start off in this position. We have the foot down, and we're going to press and hold the on button. I'm going to say something straight away. The screen on the X20 is absolutely stunning. Right, it's in normal, it's in 0, and you got all the information here. We've got it 100%, it's fully charged. I've got both batteries charged to about 100% in 7 to 8 hours. Right, if we go into sport, we can go into eco, or we can go to normal. It's really pretty simple going through the menu systems. I've set them up as you can see on the screen. That's the easiest way for me to remember them when I go through the actual settings. We can turn the lights on and off. We have a horn. It's really loud. If we press and hold, we have cruise control on the plus. Now if we press and hold the plus and the minus together, we're going to go into the system menu settings, and you can change so many different things here. Personalization, system info, you can set the units. I've got mine to kilometers, obviously. We can set brightness, auto power, speed limits. Mine's set to 63 kilometers an hour, which is pretty fast. I haven't got to that, but yeah, you can really kick it. So you can change a whole load of things. We're going to press go, and I push down on the throttle. It helps and assists me to start the bike, and we're off. I can put it up another level. I know that each level takes me 20% faster. Now I will get the drone out and, fly it around. Right, let's speed up a bit. Right, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm not doing anything right now except for pressing the throttle, and the stats on screen are more or less real time. They're recorded with the Insta360 X3. The tires are big. The tires are big. And I'm hoping my Peter Lindgren hat doesn't fly off. Yeah, it did. I'm going to extend the selfie stick now so you guys can see me from a little bit of a better distance and see what the bike looks like. Anyway, you can see what kind of ground we're on. And at the moment we're doing 22 kilometers an hour. If I go up to 5th speed and not doing anything, it's going faster and faster. Now I'm not wearing my helmet. I forgot mine. 32, 33, 34 kilometers an hour. 35 kilometers an hour. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So it's got quite a bit of speed on it. Woo! It really is going. It's really going. And the suspension is fantastic. I can't feel anything. Woo! Oh, this thing is great. Oh, I've ridden it a few times, but I haven't actually taken it off-road like this. Now I think I've got all the stats you can see on the screen on the X3. Whoa. So it should be showing the speed I'm going at. And I love that all I have to do is press the throttle to start and get going. And I'm not ghost pedaling. I'm definitely not ghost pedaling. I'm pedaling enough that it's nice. I love electric bikes. I was always against them. I was like, nah, I don't want an electric bike. I love my mountain bike. And my 26-inch wheels. It's fun, you know, but I'm an old school biker. But this, loving it, loving it. A little sand, whoa, a little sand there. Let's see how it goes getting up. Right, this right here, this is what I normally do. My drone test. Oh, it is windy here. It is really windy. Woo! The brakes are nice. Woo! You can feel that there's a load of kick when it comes to the brakes. Now I'm going to turn it into sports mode, and I'm just going to use the throttle to get going. It's nice that you can press the throttle and it's off. And we're already up to 30 kilometers an hour. 36. I better stop braking. It almost got up to 40 kilometers an hour on that little stretch. That is insane. That really is quite insane. Now, I'm going to carry on going here. I think there are some pheasants there. Yeah, those are some pheasants. Now, we are really off-road now. We are really off-road. Woohoo! In sports mode. And I gotta tell you, it feels like I'm sitting on a couch. That's how comfortable this bike is. And it really is really bumpy around here. Woo! I'm gonna tell you, this is a ton of fun. We're gonna go on the road. and try it in sport mode. Now you can see the power there, 1000 watts. Woo! "40 kilometers an hour. Okay, that's enough for me right now. That's enough for me. I haven't got my helmet on, so I don't want to, you know, do anything silly. So we're going to get back on the path here. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. It really is. It feels great. Right, I'm going to stop the bike here for a second. I'm going to get off and I've got to tell you, it felt really fantastic.
It was really comfortable. The seat is great, and the suspension really does an insanely good job. What I'm going to do now is get the drone in the air so you guys can have some, you know, nice video of me riding around here on the bike and see what it looks like from afar. But these aren't my first impressions. These are my first impressions off-road, because I've been riding around the city on this. But off-road, it is wildly good. It is really a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of power. When you start pedaling, it basically takes off in sports mode in 5th gear and 40 kilometers an hour. That was nice. That felt good. I would like to take a little time out here as well to just quickly say that on the 16th of this month, which is October, Engwe has a special launch of a limited edition version of the X24 and the X26. Not the X20, but the X24 and X26 in special colors. And I'm going to put some information up on the screen here so you guys can have a look at that. But they're pretty cool. I got some pictures of it, and I got to tell you, they look awesome. I love black. I do really enjoy the color black, but I'm excited to see those new colors and see what they've done with these new bikes. And apparently every year they come out with special limited editions. So if you guys want something like that, you can head down to the link below.
The color design of this limited edition comes from the mysterious blue ice, which is consistent with the coming winter. This special limited edition color is only available in the Engwe X26 and X24. So, what do I really think about this bike, the Engwe X20? I gotta tell you, it looks and feels fantastic. It's built like a tank. Any off-road you do with it, you're gonna literally feel nothing. The triple suspension does that good of a job. I've been riding around on it quite a lot in the city, but taking it out off-road, my mind was blown. I had no idea that it could hit such speeds and be so comfortable. The 8-speed Shimano Tawny system does a really good job, even though it is the lowest Shimano system you can possibly pick up. I've had no problems with it, and it works really, really well. The dampener, no doubt, does a fantastic job, and there were points when I was off-road and I actually turned in the rear suspension just to make it a little bit stiffer. You can turn both batteries on at the same time. What I've come to love about this bike is that it's simple. It's got a lot of power, and it gets me where I want to go. I never was a fan of e-bikes, really, I wasn't, but this one, I'm really happy Engwe sent it over for me to test out, because it's been a ton of fun, and my daughter she absolutely loves sitting on the back and riding with me. Remember, always wear your helmet, just in case anything does happen. All in all, the Engwe X20 is a fantastic bike. I can highly recommend. And I generally ride my SUPER73, but this has a load more power, a load more speed, and it's built to a much stronger, higher standard. So how does it do in top speed off-road? Well, I got it up to a max of 48 kilometers with pedal assist. So I was pedaling pretty fast. I had my finger down on the throttle and I got to 48 kilometers off-road and I still didn't feel a thing. I think anybody who picks up this bike will be extremely happy. If you like this film, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Engwe, thank you.